truly is an extraordinary day for Louisiana and for St. James Parish. In fact, all of the surrounding community is going to stand to get great benefit from this particular announcement today. $9.4 billion to be invested by Formosa Petrochemical Corporation. That's a part of a really big company. When I say that, you heard the governor articulate it. If it was a U.S. company, it would be in the company of Dell or Pepsi or Disney. That's how large this organization's stands in terms of its economic capacity. So you've had a blue chip investor here today in this community with a long-term vision of bringing about 1,200 direct jobs that'll have a large multiplier, so maybe as many as 8,000 jobs over the time frame will be created here in St. James Parish. What time frame? Well, it's going to begin to get constructed next year, given all our permits come in a timely fashion. Moving forward, it will take a lot of engineering and a lot of construction workers. In fact, 8,000 at peak demand construction workers on site, putting this fantastic petrochemical facility together. But that is the kind of economic impact that we've launched today. That's what we're going to undertake. With the benefits that will come from all of this construction, from the plant's operation going into the future. Small businesses are going to benefit. Our educational system is going to benefit. We're going to need them in partnership to create this workforce that's going to be vibrant and active here in St. James Parish. Good morning and welcome everyone to this great day for the state of Louisiana, the Parish of St. James, and importantly for Formosa Petrochemical Corporation. To many of you, perhaps a new company. I've been privileged to work with this company for more than 25 years as I've traveled to Taiwan many times. And I want to tell you that I feel like it's an extension of family that they're making another investment in Louisiana. We've known this company in Baton Rouge for many, many years. They've established an outstanding safety record. They've established an outstanding record of environmental stewardship. And they've been a great community supporter in education, working with Southern University, the community college system, and I know they're going to be strong partners to the community college system here as we train up this workforce that we're going to talk about more specifically in a few minutes. But with this new investment, you're going to have a great, strong partner here in St. James Parish. And the impacts on the Mississippi River, on the power providers that'll be bringing electricity, so many different impacts. It's just monumental. So they named it a monumental name as it stands in the shadows of the Sunshine Bridge, Project Sunshine. And we couldn't have asked for better weather today to bring about this announcement and bring it to you. That was part of my concerns is how could we announce Project Sunshine if it was raining outside? So didn't have to worry about that one. But now let me turn over the microphone to a number of our special guests that will speak in more detail about the project. And we'll begin that with our Economic Development Governor, John Bell Edwards.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for coming to St. James Parish this morning for this announcement. And before I get started, just generally let me say how excited I am about this particular announcement. And I'm going to be giving you some numbers in just a moment, and they're going to be so large you're going to say, really? Did he mess that up? The answer is no. This is the largest investment ever on the Mississippi River of a project of this type. Did I say ever? That's what we're talking about today. So I want to thank all of you for being here, and Secretary Pearson, who just introduced me, is doing a great job heading up economic development for the great state of Louisiana. But we've got so many local elected officials who are here today, and certainly I'm not going to call all of you out, but thank you for your work here on behalf of the citizens of St. James Parish and your partnership with me over the years. And we've always had a really good working relationship. And Timmy, thank you so much for your leadership as parish president here. I also want to welcome our friends from Formosa, Mr. Tao, Mr. Lynn. Thank you so much. And they're going to be up here shortly to speak to you, provide you with some more information, including their insights about this remarkable project. So just how remarkable is it? Well, I just want to put it in perspective. We'll go back about a decade, talk about Marathon Petroleum Corporation. They had a major expansion in Garyville at their refinery just down the river. And by value, that investment was $4 billion. And it was believed at that time to be the largest capital expansion project ever undertaken in our state's history. Well, we're here to announce that Formosa will be investing more than twice that amount here in St. James Parish. And in fact, the total investment is $9.4 billion. And these are the numbers in addition to that capital investment that I want you all to focus on and be as excited about as I am. This major capital investment will create 1,200 new direct permanent jobs. 1,200 direct permanent jobs, Paul. Beyond the boundaries of this ethylene complex, we estimate 8,000 new permanent indirect jobs. So you add those up, and we're talking about 9,200 permanent jobs associated with this project whenever the construction is complete. During construction, a little over 8,000 workers here, construction workers on a temporary basis. We don't talk numbers like this very often in Louisiana, and the fact that it's going to happen here along the river in St. James Parish, I know is why you're all here this morning to come out and celebrate this announcement with me. So I'm delighted to announce all of this extraordinary capital investment, job creation right here in St. James Parish, just about 2 miles from the foot of the Sunshine Bridge. And you see the sunflowers in front of me this morning. That's entirely appropriate. And we took a photograph yesterday with some sunflowers at the governor's mansion so that we could talk about Jimmy Davis and the Sunshine Bridge. So Formosa, and they're going to do business as FGLA LLC, or simply as FG. They're making a commitment today to this project, and the site selection is now formally done. We're excited about it. We know we've got some work to do on Highway 3127. I spoke as recently as this morning with Secretary Sean Wilson to make sure that that is on track, because we know that when you're talking about this much investment, this many jobs, all of the contractors, that there's going to be a lot of traffic, especially between the bridge and the construction site, and they're going to have to make that left-hand turn to get in there. So we're looking at a center turn lane, we're looking at signalization, we're looking at potential detours for unrelated traffic and those sorts of things. But what excites me, and Don mentioned this, is the partnership that we have with Formosa to work through all of these issues to make sure that as we build this facility, that there is a great relationship with all the other people who live and work and travel through St. James Parish. And we're with committed partners like Formosa, Louisiana is leading our state and our nation into a higher performing economy that's going to transform the efficiency and production of manufactured goods for the world. And one of the things that I'm excited about is I know at the end of the day, we're going to have the most modern, efficient, and environmentally friendly facility of this type, not just along the Mississippi River, not just in the United States of America, but anywhere in the world. People are going to know that this facility is the best of its kind anywhere in the world, and it's going to be right here. The other thing that I'm excited about is we've had a relationship with Formosa for decades. We know that they are a good corporate partner for the state of Louisiana, and we know that they're civic minded. We know that they are a great employer. they're a supporter and a partner of our state when we have to recover from disasters. They support higher education in the state of Louisiana, especially with respect to Southern University. And so just for all of those reasons, we are so pleased to have Formosa in Louisiana, which they've been for decades, as I mentioned, with 3 other sites, 2 in Pointe-Coupee Parish, but a major site there in Baton Rouge. So I want to commend them and their leaders for being here in Louisiana. K.Y. Lynn, Alden Andre, I haven't spoken to you this morning, but thank you very much for being here as well. This is a very deliberate, measured, and wise approach to developing this project that they've taken. This is something that they have studied, they have done their due diligence, and so when they tell us they're ready to select a site, we know they're ready to move forward because they're laser focused on completing their permitting process properly and timely and professionally, and we're going to be a good partner in that as well. As the milestones are accomplished, we look forward to Formosa taking its final step to come back, hopefully on a day equally pretty as this one, with the sun out to actually break ground and move forward with construction as soon as 2019. So that is next year. On the 2,400 acres, is that right, Don? 2,400 acres that they have here along the river in St. James Parish. And so I want to leave you with just a few final thoughts. This project really does connect Louisiana with the global economy in a substantial way. It's obviously Formosa is based in Taiwan, but they are a global force with more than 100,000 employees. If you're not familiar with Formosa, let me just put it to you this way. If they were a U.S. company, that would land them in the Fortune 500 in the neighborhood of the following companies: Disney, Dell, UPS, Pepsi, State Farm, those sorts of companies. So that's what we're talking about when we have Formosa investing as they are here in St. James Parish. Jim Richardson, who is an economist at LSU, one of the foremost economists that we have in the state of Louisiana, he has forecasted the economic impact for this project going out through 2035. And we think 2035 is a long time from now, but really it's not. Here we are in 2018. But from the numbers of that period are as follows: $725 million in new and local tax receipts, $4.7 billion in new personal earnings, $18.5 billion in new business purchases, all flowing from this project 2 miles from the foot of the Sunshine Bridge. In 1964, this bridge replaced ferries that had serviced this region, and some thought it at that time was a bridge to nowhere. Y'all remember hearing all of that. Obviously, that was not the case. That bridge was visionary, and because of the Sunshine Bridge, many thousands of Louisiana residents have been able to enjoy better careers, higher qualities of life, and major industry has been able to locate here, and that's going to continue with Formosa. $9.4 billion complex, the Sunshine Project. Many of you know that when the bridge opened, it was the most significant crossing between the Huey P. Long Bridge in New Orleans and I guess the bridge there in Baton Rouge. And it's named after Governor Jimmy Davis, who happened to be the first governor. He commissioned the present governor's mansion. He was the first governor to live there. And that bridge was taken from his song, which is now the state song, You Are My Sunshine. So today we congratulate Formosa for making this important step in selecting St. James Parish and Louisiana for a world-scale project, and we thank you for bringing so much sunshine into our state. And so may God bless you, and may God keep his hands on this project with the development going forward, and may you have tremendous success here as we also hope St. James Parish and certainly for the state of Louisiana as well. So again, thank you so much, and God bless you. Don?
So the governor's just described this very complex project of enormous magnitude. And now we would like to introduce to you where that rests on these shoulders of President Tao. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Governor Edwards, Secretary Pearson, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very pleased to be here today. Louisiana is a beautiful and truly unique place. Formosa is expected to be one of your to be part of your community. The Sunshine Project, just as Edwards and Pearson mentioned, is sorry, I poor eyesight, so I should. Sunshine Project will be Formosa Petrochemical Company's first major investment in the United States and the fourth major investment in Louisiana. I've traveled over 8,000 miles to see. We are committed to conducting business with honesty, integrity, and accountability. We will continue to support the local and the state economy. On behalf of the Formosa family, I appreciate your support and thank you give us the opportunity to become a proud member of the St. James community. Thank you.
Thank you, President Tao. Now, please, Mr. Lin.
Yeah, it's. I never imagined we can go to this step. Okay, very moved, very touched. Anyway, thank you, Governor Edwards, Secretary Pearson, and Parish President Russell, and President Tao. Today is a very important day for FG. FG is an affiliate of Formosa, a Taiwanese-based company. The Sunshine Project will be FG's first major investment in the United States. But as President Tao said, this is the fourth major investment in Louisiana. We have roots here, and it's my hope that the roots will grow wider and stronger as the Sunshine Project takes shape. I would personally like to thank Governor Edwards, Secretary Pearson, and Parish President Russell for the opportunity to locate our proposed $9.4 billion ethylene complex on the West Bank in St. James Parish. This project will create 8,000 jobs at the peak construction and 1,200 permanent jobs with annual salary estimated at $84,500. Our facility will be constructed in 2 phases and will produce raw material used to make everyday's product such as a water bottle, food container, medical supplies, drainage pipe, artificial turf, and grocery bags. I see many familiar faces here. The Sunshine Project team has worked to introduce FG to St. James communities. and listen to your thought and concern. And please know we are listening. The Sunshine Project is first and foremost committed to operating safely and protecting the environment. Our corporate social responsibility is to commit to workforce development, hiring local people, utilizing local business, and partnering with community to make a real difference in people's life. On behalf of FFG and the Sunshine Project teams, I say thank you for the opportunity. We look forward to continuing to work with all of you to make long-term and sustainable contribution to the peoples of Louisiana and St. James Parish. Thank you very much.
So you've heard it now from the governor and from the executives that have brought in this investment. And it's beyond just one company. This is going to have a major impact on small businesses, on lots of workers here in Louisiana, and those that will come to work on this project. The host, and playing that very, very important role for us here, will be the community of St. James Parish. And I'd like now to call on your parish president, Timmy Roussel, to speak on behalf of this project.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. Governor Edwards, President Tao, CEO Lynn, and of course, everybody else that's here. I just hope y'all are as excited as me. Because I tell you what a day for St. James Parish. It truly is an honor and a privilege to join Governor John Bel Edwards to announce and welcome the coming of Formosa. Given the history of St. James Parish, this will be the largest industry ever welcomed. This plant alone will almost double our present tax base. Assisting our unemployed and our underemployed residents of the community is a priority for all St. James Parish officials. Thus, a company like Formosa of this magnitude surely can help us remedy a lot of our community's needs. Such an operation will offer St. James Parish residents and business an unheard of amount of opportunities. Working closely with the members of our community, Formosa representatives have convinced me that they will do whatever best to hire, their very best to hire and purchase locally as much as possible. I'm going to let you all know St. James Parish is and also will continue to be a great place to live, work, play, and grow. Again, man, I take my hat off to Formosa. The reputation that y'all established over the years is far beyond any that I've had the occasion to work with. So, man, I look forward to working with all of you fellas. Thank y'all.
This concludes our formal program today. Certainly there's some fact sheets, there's some great poster boards here with additional information about the project, and the project team that has traveled to be with us today is also available for questions that you may have and the relationships that are important to all of us going forward. So thank you for your time and attention today. Certainly we can't do it in a vacuum. It's the partnership that we have with the state, with our parish officials, with the important workforce element that's coming from our community college and our four-year university systems, the port systems. I would like to recognize Mr. Paul Oquen, head of the Port of South Louisiana here today. We can't accomplish these things if we can't move on the logistics front. Certainly Michael Hecht is with us from G&O Inc., one of our important regional partners. A lot of legwork has gone on prior to getting to this point today that we could bring this all forward, and certainly Entergy, our utility provider, is also an important element that we have to have in order to make the kind of progress that's represented here today. So again, thank you for spending some time with us. We're available for more questions or dialogue that you'd like to have.
Well, my name is Janelle Parks. I serve as the Director of Community and Government Relations for FG. FG is an affiliate of Formosa Plastics Group, which is a Taiwanese-based company established in 1954. We're so excited to invest in Louisiana. Formosa has a long history in the state, and yet we are actually proposing a $9.4 billion world-class ethylene complex that will be located on the West Bank along the Mississippi River in St. James Parish. We're excited about the products that we'll make. It will be ethylene, propylene, polymers, and ethylene glycol. And so those are common products that you use every day or that you're most familiar with, like football, turf, and casings for cars, and grocery bags, as well as polyester clothing and antifreeze. And so we have plans to add 1,200 direct jobs, and with a salary of $84,500 plus benefits. And we're estimating at peak construction that we'll have approximately 8,000 individuals that will serve as indirect jobs for the state of Louisiana.
This means Formosa Group, we want to invest, to have the investment in United States. We use land, LG, and I think we will do this project successfully through your help.
FG is I think FG is the first company that we are going to set to make a major investment in Louisiana, and we expect that this will help us to help our company to grow, and also more important is we think is that it's a very nice place for we to make the investment and help the community, and also help us to expand our business. We plan to make all kind of a polymer like polyethylene, polypropylene. Other than that, we also make ethylene glycol. And all these products are for the, to everybody's product. For the product that everybody use. For instance, like a shopping bag, like Christmas tree, turf, yeah, and it can be used in variable place. Okay, so I think it's a kind of product that everybody will use. Okay, and also the product we select, I think, is quite environmental friendly. Okay, so we expect that the market for this product still continue to grow. So we choose this place and try to use the cheap feedstock here, and also utilize the good labor and the good engineering practice. Okay, so that we can expand our business.
Now, what does mean? I would say like, wow, and like totally awesome. Who would ever thought that during these last 6 years that we would even see a close to $10 billion project looking to locate in St. James Parish? Like I said earlier, it will result in unheard of opportunities for our citizens and our businesses. So this company, we've been dealing with it for almost 2 years now, and it's like, oh my God, they lived up to everything they told us they would so far. So, and you go back and look at the reputation, whether you go Google it or whether you go visit the Baton Rouge site and see how environmental friendly they really are. And when they say they talk safety and they talk environment, they're really committed to a clean environment and doing it the best way they possibly can.
We have 2 phases for our project, but construction is slated to begin in 2019. Right now we have 2 areas of focus. It's project development and our permitting process. And so after the permits are secured, then we'll begin initial construction in 2019.
The best approach would be to go to www.fg.com OpportunityLouisiana.com. That's the LED website. We will direct folks from there, through the press release and through links back to the company. They can also go to Louisiana Jobs, and they can also look for small businesses for the Louisiana Business Connection. And put the kinds of services that they offer up on that website to help connect them to these large businesses. That's one of our key goals, is we want to make sure we seize this opportunity for all our Louisiana companies and all our Louisiana workers. And so through that website of OpportunityLouisiana.com, you'll find your way to the information that you need to power those opportunities forward.
I just think there's some key takeaways for us. We're excited about being in Louisiana and investing. We have a long history in the state, and the Sunshine Project is another investment that we have in St. James Parish. And so our company is ecstatic about the community. We want to make sure that people understand that we will listen to their concerns. We want to address their needs, and to make sure that we keep them abreast of all major changes via our project website, which is sunshineprojectla.com.